Well, that was dark and devious in more than one way. Curse of Chucky. This is the 6th installment in the Child's Play Chucky franchise that came out in 2013, a pretty good year for horror movies if I do say so myself. Oh boy. But before we get into it, make sure to comment on, like, and share this video, as well as hit the notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will go a long way. The links to those two sites will be in the description below, and as always, subscribe. Alright, let's get into this. The plot. A mother and daughter are living in this huge house, and one day the mother receives a package in the mail. It's a good guy doll. That night, the mother is mysteriously pushed off a balcony and onto the floor. Now the rest of the family come to mourn with the daughter, and mischievous intentions occur, not just with the family, but the doll, too. So it goes back to its roots, and it still works. Hell yeah. This could have been an incredibly hard formula to follow, but I feel Curse of Chucky pulled it off surprisingly well. I mean, we've already had the we know Chucky is alive, but no one else does besides a kid scenario before. However, Don Mancini is an excellent writer and director, and keeps us engaged until the eventual and inevitable reveal. The whole film plays out like a dark and spooky haunted house story. Atmosphere-wise, it's got the unsettling look down to a pat, to a T, to a hell yeah. The camera is constantly moving, whether time is lapsing or if the people are just sitting around a dining room table eating, it's constantly in rotation. Like I said in my previous Chucky review, Mancini reminded me of Kubrick. Now that is only a little bit. I do have to say that Mancini is a solid director and has a great artistic eye. That doesn't mean there are no flaws, though. Getting into some major spoilers, skip to this time code so that you can avoid them. I'll be discussing why 2 of the twists don't work to some degree in this film. First off is the one everyone questions. Why was Eddie Caputo the getaway driver if Charles was messing with someone he kidnapped? It makes no sense why Caputo would be there for Charles while he ran away from the cops. Like, was he guarding them? It doesn't explain. The second and most glaring flaw that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is why Chucky was in one piece in the end. If this serves as a prequel to Bride of Chucky, then it'd have to follow Child's Play 3's established lore as well. Meaning when Tiffany gets Chucky, he should be in pieces. Yet he is whole-bodied and sitting in a chair by the end of Curse of Chucky. End spoilers here. Besides those plot holes and flaws, the rest of my problems are rather nitpicky, so I won't announce them. Getting into some of the actors and actresses, I'll start off with Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky. To avoid more spoilers, I'll just say that Brad Dourif does more than just voice work in this movie. Chucky is one evil bastard in this flick. He's sickening and downright disturbing. Dialogue is something of a shock. I mean, Chucky is a little but some of these lines cross the line between being funny and just plain mean.
Chucky, I'm scared.
He really helps add to the dark nature of this motion picture. Fiona Dourif, yes, that's right, Brad Dourif's real-life daughter, plays the daughter Nika in this movie. She's actually quite the strong character. She and Chucky have some intense battles during this film's climax. which is an awesome climax, by the way. The rest of the cast consists of Nika's family, pretty much, and most of them are complete holes. Besides Barb's, Nika's sister's, daughter, Alice, who is innocent in all of this madness, Barb, Jill, and Ian are mischievous and even malevolent. Every one of those three people start off as innocent enough, that is, but then twists are revealed. Ian is probably the lesser of the other two evils, but he still has a douchey moment. Father Frank, played by A. Martinez, who was in Megapython vs. Gatoroid, is the priest in this film, and he does a serviceable job. His character is minor, but I found him to be memorable regardless. To be honest, I pretty much just brought him up because he was in Megapython vs. Gatoroid. The rest of the cast of characters are well-rounded, and developed enough by way of just being part of this franchise's universe. I enjoy this movie for many reasons. Here's another. The gore, the effects. We get tons of great kills in this flick. There's the infamous jaw-hacking scene. A knife is stabbed into one's eye. Someone is burnt to a crisp. There's a gnarly decapitation and a bloody familiar slit throat. Wink. The effects are great in this, and it is definitely one of the gorier installments. It's up there with Seed and Cult, if I do say so myself. Chucky does take some getting used to for sure, though. His design is a bit odd. However, later in the film, he becomes the Chucky we fans of the modern era know and love. I am a fan of both eras. Just to be clear. The motion picture soundtrack, Joseph LaDuca, who composed, the original Evil Dead score. Come on now. Franchise of Evil Dead, actually, 1, 2, and 3. Composed great music for this film. It is the right amount of playful and sinister. Innocence can be replaced by fear as you listen to this creepy music. This is a solid sequel that should have gone to theaters for sure. Instead, it went straight to DVD and Blu-ray, and it was given a healthy budget of $5 million for that kind of format. With that money, they created one of the best sequels in the franchise. Overall, I give Curse of Chucky a 3.5 out of 5. Make sure to comment on, like, and share this video, as well as hit the notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon. Even $1 a month will go a long way. The links to those two sites will be in the description below, and as always, subscribe.